Good evening, Mr. Mandrake.
Good evening, steward.
How'd you make out?
Swell. I opened the vent in Mandrake's stateroom. We'll be able to hear anything he and Mr. Webster have to say.
Oh, that's great.
Hello, Webster. Come in.
Getting ready for the show after dinner, Mandrake?
Yes. Lothar, where's my dress shirt?
Here it is, sir.
Telegram. What's the matter? Bad news?
Read that. It's from Professor Houston's daughter.
Houston, the Radium Authority?
Yes. Houston has been perfecting a machine to create radium energy. You know how vital radium is for medical use? This machine, when completed, will do all radium does and more. Just as effective and lots easier to handle.
How nearly finished is it?
Only Professor Houston knows. Because of that, I'm worried about this message. Before I met you in Shanghai, I had been in Tibet.
Yes, I remember you said something in Shanghai about being on a mission. That what took you to Tibet?
Yes. Ever hear of platinite?
Why, of course. Platinite's the hardest substance known.
An old lama in Tibet told me a formula for mixing platinite with steel to make a supermetal. Professor Houston needs it to make his machine.
Platinite's as rare as radium. Where can you find it?
Actually, it's only part of it. I've looked all over the world for it. Now I've discovered that it can be found in only one spot in the United States.
Yeah, but where?
Will you let that remain a secret for the time being?
Whatever you say. But I still can't understand why Houston would be endangered.
Because his radium machine, while it can be a great boon to humanity, could also be a very destructive force in the hands of racketeers or crooks. But let's forget about that. Now I have to get ready for the show.
All right, take your time, Mandrake. I'll be waiting for you in the salon.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Our voyage from the Orient ends tomorrow evening. Captain and the crew hope you've all had an enjoyable cruise. Climax the festivities, I introduce our distinguished fellow passenger, Mandrake the Magician.
Thank you. As we're going to be a bit informal this evening, I'm going to begin by asking someone in the audience to suggest a bit of magic. Then how about you, Percy?
Well, I guess we'd all like to know how to get rich quick.
Very simple. I'll begin by taking a little contribution from you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will pass among you, and I want you to give till it hurts. Just another reason why gentlemen prefer blondes. Ah, thank you for your generosity, Captain. Ah, the air is full of mystery. Most young ladies carry it in their stocking. No offense. It isn't hail. Lothar. The King's ransom, ladies and gentlemen. My next trick will be one that I brought from the hidden land of Tibet, land of mystery. I have here a candle. I'm going to light. Be careful not to burn the candle at both ends. Now, here's a tube. Any of you care to inspect it? There's nothing in it. You're quite satisfied there's nothing in it? All right. Proceed to put the tube over the candle very carefully so as not to put out the flame. Ah, what have we here? My favorite flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be very careful to keep one eye on the candle, one eye on the flower. Watch carefully. 1, 2, 3. Shall we see if the candle is still lighted? Light. But what of the candle? Candle. Thank you. Now I will show you a trick that anyone can do at his breakfast table. It's all very simple. As you can see, there is nothing in the teacup. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that these are ordinary teacups that I got from the dining room steward. These little balls are the handiest things I could find around here. There is no connection between the balls and the teacup. They never saw each other before. I wonder what the steward will do with these teacups when I return them to him. That is, if I return them. Now, ladies and will you examine me that I cannot release myself? Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after my assistant has locked me in the cabinet, I want you to keep your eyes very carefully on the cabinet. Quiet, everybody. There's no cause for alarm. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my performance for the evening. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
But, Master Who?
Smile, Lothar, smile. Make believe it's part of the act.
Hey, what's going on? That wasn't an act, that was a real bullet.
I know.
Aren't you going to the captain, have the ship searched, find out who...
Oh, no, that wouldn't do at all. That'd be the kind of publicity that Professor Houston doesn't want.
Professor Houston?
Yes. There's a connection between his machine and this attack on me.
But why?
There are a lot of whys that I can't answer at the moment. But this much is clear. The sooner I get to Professor Houston's home, the better it'll be.
Master Bennett. Who is it?
It's Betty, Dad.
All right.
Dad, Mandrake will be here tomorrow.
Well, this is good news. I wonder if Mandrake found out about...
About what?
Something connected with the work I've been doing.
become so nervous and mysterious lately. Please tell me what's troubling you.
It's nothing. Nothing at all. Now don't look so serious. You aren't saving all your pretty smiles for Mandrake, are you?
Mandrake? Is Mandrake coming back, Dan?
Yes, Tommy. He'll be here tomorrow afternoon.
Look, Sid, you said you'd buy me a magic outfit if I could surprise Mandrake.
I'll buy it for you tomorrow, Tommy.
Now that that's settled, suppose you two clear out and let me get to work.
Tommy!
Tommy, never do that again. This tank is filled with highly explosive gas.
Sorry. I didn't know, Dan.
That's good night.
Good night, Dan. Good night, Dan. Don't work too hard.
I won't. Good night.
Betty, why do I have to wait till tomorrow to get my magic kit?
Oh, well, I suppose I won't get any rest unless I get it for you tonight. So come on.
Swell.
Wasp!
Yes, Professor Houston, the Wasp. Keep up the good work on your machine and complete it. Complete it for me.
Doris? I'm good. It's the Wasp. Oh, Dirk!
We've just finished talking with Professor Houston. The moment you will leave Houston alone, you will next meet Mandrake, who is flying his own plane. He will land at Highland Airfield tomorrow afternoon.
Will the Wasp be there?
You wouldn't know it even if he was there.
Would you?
No living man would. Remember that in case you ever get too curious. No living man. See that the boys meet Mr. Mandrake at the airfield.
There's Mandrake now.
Sorry, this is only a single-seater. You and Lothar will have to follow in a regular passenger plane.
Just as well we do.
All right, so long.
Good luck, Mandrake. I'll see you at Houston.
Righto.
Have a nice trip, Master.
Thanks, Lothar.
Watch yourself now.
Planes are all set. Let's do for a little surprise.
Mandrake's having a little bit of trouble. That aileron ought to tail loose any minute. but not for long.
Mandrake, are you hurt?
Betty.
I'm all right. You have to get to your home right away.
Come on. Where to? We're going to tail his car. He's heading for Houston's home.
Those men won't follow us anymore. Let's get on to your house.
The idiots I sent on the Mandrake assignment failed. Mandrake is now on his way to the Houston home. You still have time to get there before he does. And this time you must not fail.
For you, Mr. Houston? I guess not. It's just a bruise. Got here just in time, Mandrake.
Apparently not. I got away. What's that?
Come on.
Let go of me.
Andre, Webster, what's going on here?
I found this man prowling around the side of the house.
I got no answer at the front door, so I came around here.
Well, now that we've met, allow me to introduce you. Andre, this is James Webster, the famous electrical engineer. My old friend, Dr. Andre Bennett.
How do you do?
How do you do? You must admit you did look suspicious.
Maybe I did. Just what were you doing on this side of the house?
I saw you as I drove up, and I came over to investigate.
All very natural. I met Webster in the Orient and called back here to supervise a big construction project. Come on in, gentlemen.
Hi, Professor Houston, what's happened to you?
I had some visitors, uninvited visitors. And if it hadn't been for Mandrake's arrival...
Oh, pardon me. I'd like to have you meet a friend of mine, Mr. Webster. Betty Houston and Professor Houston.
Miss Houston, Professor, sorry about your injury. An attack, you say?
Yes, 2 men. Undoubtedly sent here by the Wasp. He was here himself, earlier.
The Wasp here?
Yes. His image appeared at 3 different places on the walls and windows.
3 different places?
Now, that's an old magical trick. The Wasp is undoubtedly a living reality, a real person. The images are only projections from a searchlight with the image painted on the lens.
The Wasp, eh? Seems to be a very daring person.
Shouldn't be surprised at these happenings. Remember, I told you we were confronting a well-organized ring, dangerous and determined to get control of Professor Houston's radium energy machine.
That's true. And anything I tell you about my machine is all very confidential and must be kept that way. I started out to produce radium energy that succeeded beyond my wildest hopes.
Then the machine is a success.
Yes, so much so that I'm worried.
But I don't understand. You're afraid of your own invention.
Yes. You see, in creating a machine of such tremendous power, I invented a possible source of deadly evil.
How can that be?
Radium itself, while it can cure, can do great harm if wrongly handled. My machine has many times the force of radium. It can be made to concentrate that force on any point desired, on the same principle as air waves.
Let me just demonstrate it for you.
Mandrake, if it's true, this is amazing. Looks very complicated, doesn't it? If it only can retain that power.
I have to wear these as protection against burns, just as you do in X-ray work.
Oh, yeah.
I'll direct its force on that old steel cabinet thing. Now stand back while I turn on the power. Now what?
Perfect destruction.
Machine has only stepped up to a small part of its power. The sad part of it is, it could paralyze all communications, like buildings, cities.
In spite of the attacks that have been made on both of us because of this machine, you must carry on with it because it's so necessary to humanity.
By all means, Professor, carry on with it. The world needs this machine. Would you demonstrate it tomorrow night for the doctors at my clinic?
Well, as a fellow scientist, I couldn't possibly refuse such a favor.
Thank you, Professor.
I don't trust this man, Webster.
Yes, I'm counting on him to help us with the platinite formula. He's a wizard with metals.
He had me a bit worried. After all, I didn't want to divulge the secrets of the machine too openly.
Well, you don't have to worry about Webster. I'm sure he's reliable.
This machine is being demonstrated tonight before a group of doctors in Houston's laboratory. Be there and get the radium energy machine. Before you go, phone Mandrake. Pretend that you're Houston and ask Mandrake to bring some of the platinite with him. When he does, make sure that you get the machine and the platinite. You have failed me twice. This time you must not fail.
Y'all know what this means. We'll be using 2 cars. Ward, you drive one. Kent, you handle my car. You gotta stop and make a phone call to Mr. Mandrake.
Yes? No. This is Lothar. What? Very well, Professor. I'll tell him. It was Professor Houston. He said to bring the platinite with you.
That's funny. Houston knows I haven't any platinite.
Why'd he ask you to bring it?
He didn't. The call came from someone else. Someone who knows about platinite and thinks I have it.
What do they want with it?
I don't know. It is essential to Houston's machine. I have it. Someone is figuring on getting that machine, undoubtedly tonight. I have to get to Houston at once. You and Lothar follow as soon as you can.
Do you think your father will mind if I look in on him for a minute?
I'm sure he will.
Good. Almost ready, Professor?
Just about.
I'll notify my colleagues.
all right, Professor?
Yes. Did you bring the flat knife?
Yes.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, Webster, come on in.
Mandrake, escaping a trap of the Wasp, is caught in the path of a rushing freight train. The Wasp orders his henchmen to destroy Mandrake. Mandrake and Betty are overpowered by henchmen of the Wasp in a fight for their lives. Will they escape? Mandrake, world-famous magician, associated with his friend, Professor Houston, is completing the invention of a radium energy machine destined to be of great value to humanity. Because the device generates tremendous power, it is sought for destructive purposes by a mysterious criminal known as the Wasp.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, Webster, come on in.
During a demonstration of the machine at Houston's laboratory, agents of the Wasp seized and carried off Houston. They were about to escape with the radium machine when Mandrake arrived. In the ensuing battle, the death-dealing device was put into action by a henchman of the Wasp. It ignited a tank of hydrogen, dooming Mandrake to certain death.
Houston's disappeared. And the radio machine is gone. I've got to try to catch them.
Don't shoot. They won't come much closer.
Clever. Not clever enough.
Why didn't they fix the car so we couldn't start it?
Because if we hadn't been able to start this car, we would have taken another. This way, we got started without suspicion, and then we're left stranded.
So they leave no trail.
Just a minute ago, I said they were clever, but not clever enough. They left a trail, all right. Let's check with Raymond. Any luck?
Well, not much. 3 of those locks have been purchased within the past month. 2 of them were bought by professional magicians, now on tour with their companies.
And the third?
The man who made the sale said that the purchaser looked like an Egyptian. That he arrived and departed in a black sedan, probably a rented car, with a chauffeur. So I guess it looks like the end of that trail.
But my dad.
Well, Betty, that is not the end of the trail. We'll find that car and chauffeur if we have to check every rent station and cab stand in the city.
Mandrake is now on his way to check cab stands, trying to see who drove our Egyptian friend and where. See that Gibson is at his stand, and that Mandrake receives all necessary information.
I hope this is the right one.
Wait here, Lothar.
Car, mister?
No, thanks. I'm trying to locate a foreign-looking man who took a cab in the 600 block in Chestnut Street 2 days ago. Did either of you see him?
Yeah, I remember the guy. I drove him. Had a brown skin and a beard, and wore a silk scarf around his head instead of a hat.
Yes, that's the man. You remember where you took him?
Yeah, out on Harper Drive, number 1240.
Oh, that's fine. Catch.
Yeah, what is it?
Better watch your partner. You'll shortchange you. Thanks.
How'd that get in your pocket? Now answer me. I don't know.
Did you learn anything?
Yes, that's the driver, all right. He says he took the man to a place on Harper Drive.
What's the next move?
We're going to take you home, and then we're going to Harper Drive. All right, Lothar. There it is. Drive in beside the house. Now go up to the front door and stall to give me some time.
What do you want?
Is Mr. Stevenson in?
Nobody here by that name.
Well, isn't this, 1420 Harper Drive?
No, this is 1240.
Sorry to disturb you, but the other day you purchased a certain Oriental lot at one of the Herbert Raymond stores. I'd like to know why you bought it and what...
Front window!
No use. He got away. We better report the dirt.
Okay.
All right. I can tell from your looks. Mandrake got away.
He sprung a tear gas bomb on us and we...
Save your excuses. Cut in on Houston's house. What's wrong?
This end's okay.
They must have found our transmitter set in the Houston house.
How could they? The set's hidden in a closet off the laboratory. The Wasp.
Your transmitter set was damaged by the laboratory explosion. Have it repaired at once. That's all.
Yes, sir. Green, that's your job.
Get into Houston's house again? That's dangerous.
You heard the orders of the Wasp. You think it'd be less dangerous to disobey him?
Okay. Not a word.
Parson? Parsons, there's the bell.
Who was it, sis?
I don't know. No one's here. Parsons must have answered the door.
I hoped it was some word about Dad.
So did I. I thought surely we'd hear from Mandrake by now.
There he is. I know his horn.
Mandrake?
Nothing yet. But don't lose your nerve, you two. I'm quite sure your dad's all right. Come on.
Parsons!
What happened? I don't know. A man came to the door, and we struggled, and he hit me.
You better go to your room and lie down.
Thank you, sir.
Tommy, will you please tell Lothar to have both of my cars serviced at once?
Yes, sir.
Mandrake, what happened? You know, this attempted burglary confirms my belief that whoever's holding Houston realizes that a rare element, platinite, is necessary for the perfection of the radium energy machine.
But that hasn't any platinite.
I understood you to say there was none of the metal available.
As a matter of fact, that statement isn't quite accurate. I have a small quantity, and to protect it, I'm going to run into the city tonight and place it in my safety deposit vault.
I wish you wouldn't discuss your plans quite so publicly, Mandrake. It's dangerous. I have some appointments to meet. I'll see you later.
I'll ride into town with you, Doctor, if you don't mind.
Mind? I was just about to suggest it. Take Lothar with you, Mandrake, and please be careful.
Dr. Bennett's right. So many strange things have happened lately. You shouldn't speak so... There's a myth.
On my way in tonight, I'll use the Graydon Highway. No one would expect me to take that.
What about the platinite?
That's just what I want him to do. I haven't any platinite.
But you told Dr. Bennett and Mr. Webster
I
that...
said that for the benefit of the man I knew was hiding in the closet. Look, there he goes now to prepare a trap for me.
But it's dangerous.
Well, that may be, but it's got to be done. Not only the safety of your dad, but the lives of thousands of others are at stake.
But to step into a trap deliberately...
I know. That trap has to be sprung tonight. I want to see what happens. Come on. Now, don't put on your lights. Follow me, but keep far enough behind so that you can't be seen. Don't interfere unless I call for you.
Yes, Master, but you mean to let them catch you?
If they do, keep them in sight and see where they take me. That's all.
All right, Lothar, I'm going with you.
No, Miss Betty. This is dangerous.
Oh, save your breath because I'm going anyway. Now hurry or we'll lose track of him.
Yes, ma'am. Here he comes. In the car.
You're doing?
We got you covered, Mandrake. If you want to stay healthy, come out of there with your hands up. Well, where is it? The platinite. Talk fast.
You won't find it. Send in your chief. We might be able to strike a bargain.
The Wasp doesn't make bargains. He gives orders.
I suppose he's giving you orders about me, huh?
Right. To make you talk. And we have a very effective method. Come on, you better tell us where that platinite is hidden. Here, hold one side of this guy.
Hurry, Lothar.
Shut up.
Can't you stop it?
Yes, I can, but I'm not going to stay back there. I'm trying to.
The Wasp seals the lips of those who betray him. Mandrake, hypnotized, is kidnapped and placed in a flaming car. The Wasp traps Betty and Mandrake. With the energy machine, he brings the walls of a radio station crashing down on them. Will they escape? Mandrake, the magician, and his friend, Professor Houston, are working on a radium energy machine to benefit science. The Wasp, mysterious leader of a criminal organization, has succeeded in taking Houston prisoner and stealing the radium machine, a dangerous weapon in criminal hands.
Yes, I can, but I'm not going to stay back there.
Seeking a clue to the identity of the Wasp, Mandrake allowed himself to be captured. Betty, Houston, and Lothar, Mandrake's trusted manservant, in attempting his rescue, became involved in a desperate battle. While Betty was being hurtled to death in a falling elevator, Mandrake and Lothar were both knocked unconscious and left to certain doom in a room filled with live steam.
Get away! Take it
Lothar, are you hurt?
No, Master. But Miss Betty.
What about Betty?
She's in the elevator. She came with me.
Come on. Betty. I'll take care of this fellow. You drop Betty at home, then meet me at the apartment.
Yes, sir.
What about Houston?
He hasn't talked.
I got some news from him that may loosen his tongue.
You know, you could make $10,000 by turning your back and letting me walk out that door.
Yeah? How do I know I'd get it?
My reputation is sufficient guarantee. I'm not only offering you a lot of money, but a chance to save your own neck.
Okay, I'll take a chance. Slip out through the back and get over the wall and... Oh, hello, sir. Glad you came. Houston just tried to bribe me to let him go.
So I heard.
Oh, wait a minute, Dirk. You don't understand. I was just leading him on.
See that Ward is kept happy, boys. I'm sorry if I upset your plans, Houston. But I just came to tell you that Mandrake has met with a rather unavoidable accident. So if you're counting on him to help...
An accident? What happened?
Let's skip the details. The Wasp intends to get possession of the platinite and the formula. He has struck at your friend Mandrake. The next time, it'll be nearer home. Houston was close to the breaking point when I made it clear to him that this was just the beginning. Someone's coming into Houston's laboratory.
That's mine. Happened just as I had planned it.
Then you walked into their trap deliberately.
Yes, I thought they might take me to the place where they were holding Houston. When I saw that they were planning on torturing me, I used my knowledge of slipping out of ropes to escape. I took one of their men prisoner. I'm holding him at my apartment.
Mandrake's alive, and he's got Brown.
Well, what about your prisoner?
I'm going to question him in the morning.
Do you think Brown will talk?
We'll see that he doesn't. Keep quiet and listen.
I'm having Raymond send over some special equipment. I'm going to use it in questioning my prisoner. I'd like to have both of you present.
Well, why not conduct your investigation alone? Too many people already know your plans.
Why don't you speak for yourself? Mandrake, I want to come if I can be of any service.
That leaves me no alternative. You can count on me, Mandrake.
Good. Then you'll both be there at 9 tomorrow morning?
Sure.
9 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'll see that Mr. Mandrake has a couple of uninvited guests.
Ah, hello, Raymond.
Hello, Mandrake.
Raymond.
Hello, Raymond.
How are you?
Now we can proceed with our little experiment.
Well, what's going on? You weren't very clear over the phone.
Well, I'm holding a man prisoner here who might be able to tell us where Houston is and who's holding him. Go on in, boys. I'll be right in.
Get inside, easy like. You got a window spotter?
Sure.
All right, there's the fire escape. Go to it.
Right.
You've got nothing on me. What do you want?
I want you at the table where the light is better.
You've got no right to hold me. You know that, don't you?
I want to know where Professor Houston is.
I never heard of him.
I'm sorry you're being so stubborn. You forced me to use more strenuous methods. Lothar. Release the trigger.
I can't.
One has to know how to use this gun. Here. Have a glass of water.
What's in that water? What's in that water?
Your conscience must be working on you. There's nothing the matter with that water.
You're lying. You're lying.
All right, you have just 2 minutes to talk. Are you ready to tell the truth?
I ain't telling anything.
I'm through fooling with you. We'll give you the works.
Stop it! I'll tell you everything.
Good. Who is the Wasp?
I don't know. I never saw him.
Where is Professor Houston being held?
He's down. The hideout at... No!
He was struck with a poison dart from a blowpipe. There he goes. He may try to enter the building. You search the building, and I'll cover the street.
I lost him. You lost him? Why, while we were searching the building, we even lost our prisoner.
When we got back, his body disappeared.
Well, boys, you can chalk up another round for the Wasp.
You apparently need some help in getting Mandrake. I am sending you a man named Regan, a hypnotist. He is on his way there now and has full instructions.
Remember, Regan, you're going to meet Mandrake, a man that knows every angle of your game, and probably knows this Leland on sight.
Don't worry. I've worked with Leland. I doubled for him when he was sick.
Excellent. Why, you'd fool Leland's own mother.
Professor Frederick Leland, at your service.
Come in, Professor. I'll tell the master you're here. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Professor Leland, what? Tell him I'll be with him in a minute. Then come back here. Just as I thought. This man's a fraud. Professor Leland's on tour. Professor the sound button and watch, but don't interfere unless I call you. Oh, if I go with him, follow us and keep us in sight. I want to learn as much of his game as I can.
I understand, Master.
Professor Leland, I've heard of you often.
Mandrake the magician. I've long wanted to know you.
Thanks. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
I have a proposal, one that I've long considered, that you and I combine our shows.
I've never felt the need of a partner before. Just what do you propose to do?
Let me show you what I mean. Everyone knows that you are the foremost of your profession, and that I, Leland, can hypnotize anyone. Without anything but the power of the mind, I can induce sleep and obedience.
I don't quite see how your plan could help me.
You did not understand me. What I said was sleep and obedience. Sleep. 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 Mandrake, you will open your eyes now. You will walk with me to my car. If your servant addresses you, you will ignore him, understand?
I understand.
Come.
I think I can convince you that there's merit in my plan. I'll report to Dirk.
What about Mandrake? Will he be safe alone?
As safe as though he were sound asleep. The Wasp will strike at station RBS tonight. Get to headquarters fast.
I can't get Mandrake. No one seems to answer.
You don't think maybe something happened to him?
Nothing could happen.
We interrupt our program to deliver an important message for Miss Betty Houston. If she wants news of her father, she is to come at once to the control room at broadcasting station RBS.
Keep calling Mandrake. And when you get him, tell him that I'll be at station RBS.
Okay, sis.
Say, maybe Houston and Mandrake won't talk.
They will when they know that Houston's daughter's going to be at station RBS tonight.
Something's on fire back here. Stop the car.
Here, help me get Mandrake out and we can see what's burning.
Let them go. We've got to get back to town fast.
You can't come in here, miss.
But I'm Betty Houston.
No one's allowed in here during a broadcast.
I was told about my father.
I'm sorry, miss. No message was sent from this station.
Wait here, Lothar.
Something's cutting into our power.
men of the Wasp capture Mandrake in his own apartment. The Wasp orders Tommy Houston captured and thrown from a racing automobile. Mandrake is overpowered by the paid killers of the Wasp and is hurtled into a revolving mill wheel. Will he escape? Mandrake the magician is assisting his friend, Professor Houston, in perfecting a radium machine to aid humanity. A mysterious criminal known as the Wasp has imprisoned Houston and stolen the machine to divert its power for destructive purposes in order to seize control of the communication systems of the nation.
You can't come in here, miss.
But I'm Betty Houston.
No one's allowed in here during the broadcast.
I was told about my father.
I'm sorry, miss. No message was sent from this station.
Wait here, Lothar.
Something's cutting into our power.
Betty Houston, daughter of the professor, was lured to a radio broadcasting station which the Wasp intended to destroy as the first step in his terrorization campaign. Mandrake learned of this and raced to the rescue of Betty. Just as Mandrake entered the building, the Wasp turned on the power of the radium machine and brought the walls of the radio room thundering down.
Master, where are you?
On your feet, Betty. We'll get out.
Master, where are you?
Get in. Hurry up. There. Take hold of this thing. Help me get her out from under. Wait. Hold it. Hold it, girl. Hold it. There you go.
Do you still think the building was wrecked by Dad's radium machine?
Well, there's no doubt about it. The Wasp planned it all.
The Wasp? Then he knows how to operate the machine.
He probably forced the information from Professor Houston.
But I understood the machine couldn't operate without platinite.
It can't last for long. Ordinary steel won't stand the strain. Betty, your dad isn't in immediate danger. Those men need his help if they want to keep the machine in running order.
But what are we to do now?
What can we do? Who is the Wasp? Where is he? We haven't a thing to go on.
Oh, yes, we have. The man who came to me claiming to be Leland, the hypnotist. His trail will lead us to the Wasp. I wired Leland last night. I should have his reply today.
Meanwhile, is there anything I could do?
Yes, you and Andre might inquire cautiously around the radio station. See if their engineers have any theories as to the direction from which the electrical disturbances came.
See you later, Betty.
Goodbye.
I'm going to Raymond's and see if he has any data in his files on hypnotists.
I'll probably see you there later. I'm going to call for Tommy after the junior magicians meeting.
Well, that's all for today, boys. And don't forget until next week, practice. And lots of it.
Thanks, Mandrake.
Hello, Ray.
Oh, hello, Mandrake.
How are you?
Those boys sure whoop it up, don't they?
Yeah.
Still, I enjoy having them here. After all, they're our future magicians.
And your future customers.
Say, is this the man you're looking for?
No. No, it's hard to spot him. He was disguised to look like Leland.
Well, I'm afraid he's not on my list of clients, then.
Well, thanks, Raymond. I'll have to inquire at various agencies where such a man might get bookings.
Do you mind if I go with you?
Oh, come on.
Swell.
Well, so long, boys. I'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Betty.
Oh, are you leaving?
Yes, I have a couple of important things to attend to.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye.
Hello. Are you ready to leave, Tommy?
Oh, hello, sis. Yeah, as soon as I pack this stuff.
Green. The Wasp just phoned. Mandrake is out checking up on Regan. Get a couple of men and go to Mandrake's apartment right away. Turn the place inside out, but get that platinite formula. Better make it fast, as Mandrake may get there any time.
This looks like Mandrake's private file. Have a look in here.
I'll go in and see if Leland has answered my telegram. I'll be right out.
Right. It's Mandrake.
Looking for something, boys?
Something must be wrong. He said it'd only be a minute.
Perhaps we better go up.
Let us out of here, will you? Open up!
What happened?
I found some men searching my apartment. These two and another one. All right. What's it all about?
We don't know anything.
Who sent you here?
That other guy hired us to help him. We never saw him before.
Well, he got away.
Oh, that's all right. They're only hired thugs. Best thing to do is to call the police, have them pick them up. How are you?
Yes, sir.
We want 2 pounds of that black powder magicians use to make a smoke screen.
I'll have to mix it for you.
Okay, we'll wait. I wonder what Dirk wants that black powder for. Something about Mandrake?
I don't know. Dirk don't talk much about his or the Wasp's business. And it ain't healthy to get curious.
Oh, I guess it isn't.
They must be members of the Wasp's gang.
Yeah.
I'm going to telephone Mandrake's apartment. You keep watching those men.
There you are. That'll be $3.
Hello. Oh, hello, Betty. What? Tommy's gone? Well, when? All right, dear, don't worry. I'll go out and look for him.
Say, is that Regan really a hypnotist?
Sure. And a pretty good magician, too. He's out at the Mill River Inn doing his act.
Any word about Tommy Houston?
No, Master. But this telegram came.
So the man's name is Regan. Where do I find him?
I can tell you.
Tommy, where have you been?
There were 2 of the Wasp men in the store. I hid in their car and I heard them say that Regan is at the Mill River Inn.
Mill River Inn. Come on, Lothar. We'll drop off Tommy at his house. Tommy, you can tell me the rest of it while we're driving.
Thanks, Mr. Mandrake.
Thank you, Tommy. So long.
Okay.
Now step on it to the Mill River Inn.
Tommy, oh, I was so worried about you.
Oh, I'm all right, sis. And I hope what I found out helped Mandrake.
What do you mean?
Well, I heard those men say that Regan is at the Mill River Inn, and Mandrake has gone there to get him.
Get to Regan at the inn, quick.
Your act goes on in about 3 minutes, Regan. You better get ready.
All right, all right.
You'll wear a mask with your costume.
Why, a mask? I never wear a mask.
Dirk's orders. Someone's apt to spot you.
Okay.
Now to move, Regan.
Mandrake,
Don't try to call for anyone.
I was hired to do what I did yesterday.
Not so loud. Who hired you?
A man named Dirk.
Who's Dirk? Where are his headquarters?
Regan, make it snappy.
Tell him he'll be there in a minute.
I'm almost ready.
Yes.
Coming, Lorimer.
Tie him up, take him out to the car, and hold him there.
It's about time. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the masked wizard who will entertain you with magic and illusions.
Ladies and gentlemen, for my first trick, I will need the use of a scarf. Pardon me, you don't mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will attempt the old Hindu rope trick.
Yeah, what is this all about? We gotta get Regan out of here. He's just finishing his act. We want him now, but you'll have to wait till he finishes. What are you doing here?
That's Mandrake.
Come to the exits. Come on.
Mandrake outwits the henchmen of the Wasp and causes their car to dive into the sea. Trapped by the henchmen of the Wasp, Mandrake is forced to swing from a window ledge to escape. Mandrake is lured into a trap by the Wasp and caught in a huge explosion. Will he escape? Mandrake the magician assisted his friend, Professor Houston, in perfecting a radium energy machine to benefit medical science. The Wasp, mysterious leader of a criminal organization, is holding Houston a prisoner and is using the machine as a destructive weapon.
What are you doing here?
That's Mandrake.
Come to the exits. Come on.
Mandrake and his manservant Lothar went to the Mill River Inn on the trail of Regan, a renegade hypnotist employed by the Wasp. Wearing a hooded costume, Mandrake substituted for Regan in an effort to gain information about the Wasp. His identity was discovered, and after a terrific battle, Mandrake was hurled into the whirling blades of a giant mill wheel, facing certain death.
passing by and stopped in to see if Mandrake was here. I was curious to know if he found out anything about that hypnotist.
I don't know. He went out on a lead and we haven't heard from him. I'm afraid something's happened.
Here he is.
Hello, Mandrake.
Oh, hello,
Betty,
Mandrake.
gentlemen. Well, I walked into a little trap. Someone must have known that I was coming there.
I still think that Webster knows too much about this thing. He knew you were looking for that hypnotist.
So did you, Doctor, and so did I. We can't condemn our friend Webster on that kind of evidence.
Andre, he's right. We'll have to look beyond our circle of friends to find the Wasp.
Oh, that may be so. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Tommy, it's getting late. We'd better go upstairs.
All right. Good night, sis.
Good night.
Mr. Mandrake.
Is it true that they all knew you were after the hypnotist Regan?
Yes, but no one knew that I was going to the Mill River Inn, unless you or Tommy told them.
No, Tommy and I were alone when he told me.
Where were you?
In the hall, outside of Dad's laboratory.
And the Wasp had men at the inn to trap me. Let's try a little experiment.
What's that?
It's a radio detecting device.
A radio detecting device?
Yes. If there's any radio apparatus, wireless dictaphone or transmission microphone hidden around here, this needle will react to it.
I don't hear nothing.
Quiet, listen.
Betty, I don't seem to be able to find your dad. The Wasp has outwitted me at every turn. There's only one thing left for me to do, and that's try to strike a bargain with him.
A bargain?
Yes. Offer him the formula for platinite in exchange for your dad's freedom.
Well, where is the formula?
It's in my safe deposit box in the Commercial National Bank. I'll go down there tomorrow morning, get the formula, and send word to the Wasp.
Commercial National Bank, huh? Have it covered. No slip-ups. Get Mandrake when he comes from the bank and get him alive. So the Wasp won't have to bargain with him.
You know, so far, I've only been able to lay my hands on small-time crooks, men who don't even know what the Wasp looks like. This bait about the bank may bring out someone who'll give me a direct lead to the Wasp. The trick worked, Lothar. The place is well guarded by thugs. Watch the time and be ready.
Faster, Lothar. Yes.
My life's not worth a nickel if the Wasp learns I let myself be caught.
Who is the Wasp, and where is he?
I don't know. None of us know. We get our orders and we obey them.
Tell me what you do know, and I may be able to help you. What is the Wasp going to do with the radium machine?
I don't know for sure. I heard them say something about wrecking the Interstate Powerhouse on Cardigan Road.
The Interstate Powerhouse? When?
Right away. We ought to go there as soon as we've taken care of you.
We may be able to get there in time to stop the Wasp. Step on it.
Mandrake has escaped. Take care of the men responsible for bungling this job. Mandrake took Blair prisoner. He may talk under pressure. Guard the road to the Interstate Powerhouse and carry on with the plans as outlined to you.
WSP calling HJ. WSP calling HJ.
HJ answering WSP. Come in, WSP.
Mandrake is on his way to the Interstate Powerhouse, and the Wasp wouldn't want anyone to upset his plans.
Right. We'll keep an eye open for Mandrake. Here he comes. Get started. HJ calling WSP. Calling WSP.
I'm in, HJ.
Hello, Dirk. Mandrake got through. He's headed toward the powerhouse.
All right, men, that'll fix her. Let's clear out. Interstate Power Company.
Mandrake will be there any minute. Work fast and get out.
Okay. Mandrake's on his way up here now. One of you men go to the window and watch the road. You men keep out of sight. Let him come to me. Here he comes. Undercover, quick.
Who's in charge here?
I am.
Oh, cut off the power. Get everybody out of here. There's a plot to wreck this plant.
Thanks, Mandrake. We mean to get out, but you're gonna stay. Put up your hands, both of you.
Put them up, Lothar.
Climb up quick. There's no time to lose. Get out of here, men.
Mandrake is cornered by the henchman of the Wasp and is forced to fight for his life. The Wasp rewards the insubordination of one of his henchmen by destroying him. Mandrake, attempting to rescue Houston, is shot down by a henchman of the Wasp. Will he escape? magician is aiding his friend, Professor Houston, in perfecting a radium energy machine to aid humanity. The Wasp, a mysterious unknown criminal, has imprisoned Houston and carried off the radium machine to divert its tremendous power to his own destructive purposes in seizing control of the nerve centers of the nation.
Climb up quick. There's no time to lose. Get out of here, men.
Learning that the Wasp was preparing to destroy the plant of the Interstate Power Company, Mandrake and Lothar, his trusted servant, rushed to the plant to avert the crime. Mandrake, learning on his arrival that the trap had been set for him, engaged in a terrific battle. He and Lothar were overcome, tied to an electric power board, and left helpless in the plant. The Wasp directed the power of the radium machine against the building and brought it down with a terrific explosion, threatening certain death.
Guess that's the last we'll see of Mandrake. Let's go. Look, Mandrake! Turn back, quick!
Come on, Lothar. Come on, snap out of it. Are you all right?
I'm all right.
Come on, you get in. I'll drive.
Narrow escape, Master.
I'll say. I have a little souvenir that may lead us to the Wasp.
Be careful, Master.
Head for Houston's house.
Dirk, you may go. I want to talk to Streeter.
Dirk, don't leave me.
Streeter, your instructions were to see that Mandrake did not leave the powerhouse, but you dared to take things into your own hands and tie up Mandrake, who is a past master in the untying of knots.
What I thought.
You thought. There is no place in my organization for anyone who puts his judgment above mine. That's all.
But you can't. You can't do this. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Let me out. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Any fingerprints?
Probably most of them are mine.
Well, that leaves the knife useless as a clue.
I wonder. A knife like this could be classed as an illegal weapon. It shouldn't be very difficult to trace both the manufacturer and the buyer.
But that's a slow process.
I'll grant you that, but I have no alternative. This knife may open up an important lead to the Wasp.
Well, anything that leads to the capture of the Wasp and the release of Professor Houston meets with my approval.
On mine.
I think we all feel the same way.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I'll be interested to know what you learn about the knife, Mandrake.
I'll call you just as soon as I find out anything.
Goodbye, Betty.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Mandrake! Mandrake!
What's the matter?
The knife is gone.
You know, you two shouldn't let yourselves get down in the dumps like this. The Wasp is very clever, I know, and we have to work carefully. But we'll find your dad and bring him back safe and sound. I'm sure of it.
Come on, quit your stalling. The boy will be here soon and take you to the Dargan point.
I'm not stalling. This isn't a one-man job. Grab hold there and steady the machine. And take this a minute.
Here we have this little box. And here we have a dice. An empty hat. Right? Now proceed to put the dice in the hat. Now I want you to be sure that this is empty. Satisfied? We will now proceed to put the dice in the box. Is it there? But it must be here.
Open both doors.
All right.
Well, where is the dice?
I don't know. Why, yes, I do, too. There it is.
Gee, do you think you'll ever be able to do that as well as you can?
Just a matter of practice, Tommy.
Calling TMO. Calling station TMO.
That's my cold call.
Calling TMO. Calling station TMO.
It's Dad. Station TMO answering.
Let me have that, Sonny. Hello, Houston? Houston, where are you?
I don't know, but they're taking me out of here in a little while to some sort of a foundry or metalworks. The name is Dorgan.
Sit tight and we'll find it.
I can't say anything more now.
Now get busy, both of you. Get the telephone book and the city directory and list all Dorgans in any kind of metal business.
Help! 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 Help!
What's going on here?
That man's had an electric shock. You better get him to a doctor.
How'd this happen?
He grabbed hold of the machine while I had the current on.
Take him out. Is this ready?
Will be as soon as I cast some new parts.
Get it packed. You're leaving here at once. Come on, boys. Hurry it up. Get him in there.
This old catalog. Dorgan's Ornamental Ironworks in Carterville.
Lothar, how far to Carterville?
About 50 miles.
I'll take my plane. Betty, you and Tommy go to my country house. We'll join you there. Come on, Lothar, we're off the airfield. If you'll take the North Pike, you'll get to Carterville almost as soon as I will. Here, let me handle this parachute.
Mandrake's flying his plane north. It might have something to do with Houston. I found our shortwave set has been tampered with.
Mandrake may have learned about Houston's transfer. However, I have anticipated that, and I have sent a flyer to patrol the air in the vicinity of Dorgan's.
You foresee everything, sir.
That is true. See that you and your men do not forget it.
All right, get to work.
Aeroplane. There ain't no regular route over this town. Been hit.
Mandrake is lured into a trap and attacked by henchmen of the Wasp. The Wasp orders the destruction of all communication systems. Mandrake, fighting in a cable car with the lieutenant of the Wasp, is hurled thousands of feet. Will he escape? The magician and his friend, Professor Houston, are perfecting a radium energy machine to aid humanity. A mysterious criminal known as the Wasp has imprisoned Houston and carried off the radium machine to use its tremendous power destructively in gaining control of the nation's public utilities.
Aeroplane. There ain't no regular route over this town.
Mandrake discovered that the henchmen of the Wasp were taking Houston to a distant foundry to adjust the radium machine. Flying his airplane to the rescue of Houston, Mandrake located the foundry, but was attacked by an enemy flyer sent to destroy him by the Wasp. During the air battle with the enemy plane, Mandrake's ship was hit. He lost control and crashed to certain death.
Where's Houston?
Inside.
Go on, get after him. Come on, hurry.
Must be around here somewhere.
We'll make it.
Anyone out there? Come on.
I can't go on, Mandrake.
Come on, buck up. We'll make it. We're almost there.
Mandrake has escaped again. Assign 2 men to keep a close watch on his country home on Fairfax Road.
Yes, sir. Your orders will be carried out at once.
They'd better be, Dirk. You wouldn't want to make a second slip, because that would make it necessary for me to assign another lieutenant in your place. You understand?
Yes, sir.
WSP calling CX-12.
CX-12 answering. Come in, WSP.
Drop off 2 men at Mandrake's country home on Fairfax Road. The rest of you come in.
Okay. Did you get that, Eddie? That's Mandrake's house just across the road. Find out what you can and keep out of sight. Let's go.
Mandrake, I don't know how to thank you.
Oh, don't try. There's a lot to be done yet. We still don't know who the Wasp is.
Or what new crime he's planning with the radium machine.
Oh, no, it's the gate phone. Hello? Oh, hello, Webster. Yes, drive right in. That opens the gates. That closes them.
Boy, that's keen.
Well, we have a lot of gimmicks around here, Tommy.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Tommy. Hello, well, Professor Houston. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
Webster, how did you trace us here? There's something funny about this.
Sorry to upset your theories, Andre. I sent for him. Professor, now you'll be able to build a new radium machine. I'll secure the platinite for the vital parts.
This time I'll be able to build an indestructible one.
Good. Platinite can be found in Trindle Canyon. I bought the mineral rights to the ground from the Suburban Telephone Company. By the way, here's where your knowledge of engineering will help us.
Well, I could start preliminary work if I had some equipment from my home.
Of Call your butler. I'll pick it up on the way back from town.
Thanks. You sure you got Mandrake's telephone wire?
Yes. Someone's on the wire now.
I understand, Professor. I'll have it all wrapped up for him when he arrives.
Mandrake's going over to Houston's place to get some stuff for a new machine.
Get a hold of Dirk.
Mandrake's going to stop there on his way back from town.
Okay, Mac. Go back with Williams. I'll send some men to Houston's place.
Mandrake, bring him over here. Open that door and keep your mouth shut.
Hello, Parsons. What's the matter? You look upset.
They've gotten away, Master.
Here, let me a hand. Are you all right, Parsons?
Yes, I'm all right. They're the things the professor phoned about.
Thank goodness the men didn't get them. I'll take them to Houston right away. Come on, Lothar.
I'm afraid I'm not technical enough to understand all this.
Well, it's very simple. Platinite fused with steel makes a supermetal, able to withstand any strain.
Oh.
Hello, Mandrake.
Hello, Mandrake. Professor, here's your equipment.
Aye, thank you.
Just a moment, gentlemen. Now that we're all here with the professor safe, I'd like to make a suggestion. Of course. What is it? Call in the police. Have them use every means to track down the Wasp and his men.
I don't think that would be wise. I'd rather there was no publicity of any kind until my new machine is completed.
I agree with you. I think we should be guided by the professor's wishes for the moment. Webster, I think we better be on our way out to Trindale Canyon if we're going to get the platinite ore. Come on, we're getting our work clothes.
Right.
Goodbye. The platinite's on the lower level.
Okay.
Next on the Wasp's list is a suburban telephone company.
Yeah, they got a big construction camp out near Trindale Canyon.
Right. Get out there right away. Find out what time the men quit work, then follow orders.
Hey, you two men. Go help Jones with that big cable drum.
Right.
Hello.
Howdy.
Mind if I look around?
No, but be careful of those live wires shooting around through there.
Quite a layout you have here.
Yes.
Have a cigar.
No smoking on the job.
Well, smoke it when you finish.
Thanks.
What time do you knock off?
Right on the 4 o'clock whistle.
Well, thanks a lot.
Right. Looks like a lucky strike, Webster.
That's platinite, all right. You realize that's worth an immense fortune?
I'll say. Let's go. We have enough to make an exhaustive test.
And here's the bank.
Right.
Baker talking. Oh. Hello, Dirk. Everything's all set. They knock off in a couple of minutes. And there's only one watchman on the job.
Fair enough. Move in and work fast.
You 3 men circle around the watchman's shack.
Hey! No one allowed around here.
You two fellas take care of this.
What's the matter?
Some men are wrecking the telephone company's property.
Lothar, take care of him. Come on. There's another one. Tie these fellows up.
Pursuing the Wasp is crushed under a falling mountain. The Wasp succeeds in cornering Mandrake in one of his own secret cabinets. Mandrake and Lothar are trapped in the path of a terrific dam explosion. Will they escape? the magician and his friend, Professor Houston, have completed a radium energy machine to aid humanity. The Wasp, a mysterious unknown criminal leader, has seized the radium machine to use its concentrated power to destroy life and property.
There's another one. Tie these fellows up.
Professor Houston is building a substitute machine of steel and platinite, a rare element which will make the machine invulnerable to wear. Mandrake and Webster located platinite in a canyon where the Wasp's men were destroying telephone company property. In attempting to stop the criminals, Mandrake grappled with an opponent high above a chasm in a cable car which capsized and hurtled below.
All right, Webster?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Come on, let's follow this man. They may lead us to the Wasp.
Gaining on us. Get ready to jump on.
Here he comes.
Lucky escape, Lothar. And swell driving, too, boy.
I'll head for the service station. We'll cut through there and lose him.
Looks like they gave us the slip. Lothar, let's get on home. We'll drop Webster at the club.
Yes, sir.
I thought you'd have the machine assembled by this time.
LR calling station WSP.
Come in, LR.
We had to pull away from Trindell Canyon. Mandrake found out what we were up to.
The Wasp won't like this.
Keep a closer watch on Mandrake.
Put a dictaphone in his house.
That ain't going to be so easy.
Use your head. Take care of his telephone line.
Okay, Dirk. We'll get started right away.
This is the light Dirk told us about.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
The phone's out of order.
It's gateful. Hello? Yeah? Sure, come on in.
Who are you letting in?
Man to fix the phone.
Telephone repair service, miss.
Oh, yes. We can't get a call in or out.
We've had a lot of trouble all through this district.
Come in.
We'll check the wiring in here.
Please don't disturb anything.
We'll be careful, miss.
Hello, Betty.
Hello.
Tommy. Say, I saw a truck in the yard. What's the matter?
Telephone trouble. 2 men are fixing it now.
Well, where are they?
Checking the wiring in your study.
In my study.
Someone's coming.
Find the trouble?
Seems to be in this extension.
That's funny. That telephone happens to be a trick telephone from one of my acts.
Cut it out! Cut it out! Turn it off!
Now, this machine's just as good now as when Houston first built it. If it had platinite mixed with its steel, it'd last forever.
Once again, Dirk, the men have failed to carry out my plans.
I'm sorry, sir. It was because Mandrake showed up.
I know the excuses. That's all I've been getting lately. But what remains to be done must not be bungled. I must have platinite for a perfect radium machine. You understand?
Yes, sir. Harris, trail Mandrake to the canyon. But don't make a move until you see he has the platinite.
Do you think you can get enough platinite today so that we can have the frame and bearings cast?
I'm sure of it. Webster's going to meet me in Trindle Canyon. We'll be back before dinner.
Fine.
All right, get going. Don't follow too close.
And there's Webster's car. He must be down in the canyon.
Don't start anything until we're sure they got the platinite. You understand? Come on.
I got here early. There's the platinite ore I've already tested.
Good work.
Well, if you'll carry on here, I'll go back and get my magnetic test case.
Go ahead. We'll be here when you get back.
Okay.
Is the machine ready?
All ready.
Make your test. Then place the machine in the vault where I'll get it later. Trust no one but Dorgan to place the marker on the dam. I'll do the rest.
Set the marker in the exact center of the dam, like this.
Right. Well, get back there.
Now, keep your eye on the model of the dam.
And that's what will happen to the Trindle Dam. All right? Got your marker ready?
Yep, and I'm leaving right now.
Mr. Webster's taking a long time.
Let's get this stuff up to the car.
Mandrake is attacked by a henchman of the Wasp in a racing automobile. The Wasp ruthlessly destroys the life and property of those who betray him. Mandrake is caught in a train wreck planned by the Wasp. Will he escape? Mandrake the magician and his friend, Professor Houston, have built a radium energy machine to aid humanity. The radium machine has been stolen by the Wasp, mysterious unknown criminal who is trying to gain control of the nation's industries, using the destructive power of the machine to serve his own lawless ends. Professor Houston is building a substitute machine. Mandrake and Lothar, his trusted manservant, went to Trindell Canyon to search for platinite, a substance necessary to make the machine safe against wear. They were followed by agents of the Wasp and attacked. The Wasp used the radium machine to destroy the dam, and Mandrake and Lothar were trapped in the path of a roaring torrent.
Follow me. We can get up to the car this way.
The platinite's here, Master.
Good. They couldn't reach this side of the canyon. Come on, Lothar. I want to check up on that gas station again. The one where those men did the disappearing act.
Yes, sir.
That's the gas station ahead. Drive up. Fill her up. Yes. Say, where does that lane lead to?
I don't know. Private property in there. Gate's locked.
Not nervous about anything, are you?
No. I'm all right. $2.
There you are.
Oh, cut it out, mister. I know you. You're Mandrake the magician.
Oh, you've seen me before, eh?
No. Yeah. I seen you on the stage.
I'm not only a magician, but I'm a collector of rare insects as well.
Yeah?
Right now, I'm in search of a wasp. You might know something about it. I'd pay $5,000 for it. Here's my card. If you're interested, give me a ring. The best lead that we've had so far is that gas station out on Marlin Road. I'm sure that it's some sort of a link in the Wasp's organization. The attendant there was quite hesitant about talking to me, but I made him a proposition that may loosen his tongue. Betty, I'll have to run into town. Hello. Yes? Yes, this is Mandrake speaking.
This is Gray. You know, the fellow at the gas station.
Gray's talking from station number 7. He's talking to Mandrake.
Yes, go ahead. I'm listening.
Is the price still the same? Yeah. Well, I can tell you where you can get a line on the Wasp if you come out here.
Okay, I'll be right there.
You better work fast. Gray's gonna talk. He doesn't know who the Wasp is any better than you fellas do, but he knows enough to bust things wide open. Hop to it.
Hey, that's the man I was talking to you about. You want to go with me?
Certainly.
But it may be a trap.
Oh, darling, we have to take that risk. We'll take Lothar with us. You know the gas station. Don't waste any time getting there. We'll be there in a minute. What was that? Looks like work for you, Doc.
There's nothing much I can do for that fellow.
Get to a phone and notify the police.
Yes, sir.
What do you suppose it was? An accident? The gas tanks?
No, I'm afraid not. This is definitely the work of the Wasp, and the Wasp doesn't have accidents.
Your work at gas station number 7 was well done. However, you must act quickly to secure the platinite and formula for blending it with steel.
What are your orders, sir? The men are downstairs ready to act.
Mandrake will remove the platinite and formula from his house tonight, headed for the smelting plant of the Crestline mines. He plans to go by auto as far as Giles Crossing, then take the train from there. This must be prevented.
Mandrake will go in his car to the railroad station at Giles Crossing. Get out on that highway.
Yeah. Okay, Dirk. We're on our way. Come on, boys. Come on, hurry up.
Gotta come this way. When I give the word, get out on the road ahead of them and follow orders.
The Wasp knew about that gas station lieutenant talking to me. He probably knows I'm taking this trip. We may run into trouble before we reach the train.
Well, I'm carrying a gun for the first time since I left the Orient.
Here they come.
Here comes trouble. Get ready.
Faster, Lothar.
We'll have to run for it.
Step out.
Dixon that time, I guess.
Pleasant trip.
Thanks. Take care of yourself. Keep your eyes open for trouble.
So you just let Mandrake go right on?
No, we tried to...
You tried. I oughta. Didn't you go after him?
Yeah, but he beat us to the station.
But he left at Giles Crossing, didn't he?
Yeah, he got there just as the train come in.
Okay, I'll notify the Wasp immediately. Stand by for further orders. Mandrake got past our men and made the train. Shall I enforce the usual discipline, sir?
No, not right now. I have other work for them. As soon as the train gets into the Hill District,
Mandrake is trapped in the headquarters of the Wasp and is forced to fight for his life. The Wasp succeeds in capturing Mandrake and holds him prisoner. Mandrake, attempting to rescue Betty Houston, is caught in a terrific explosion. Will they escape? The magician and his friend, Professor Houston, a scientist, have perfected a radium energy machine of great benefit to humanity. The Wasp, a mysterious criminal whose identity is unknown, has stolen the radium machine to use for terrorization in gaining control of the nation. Mandrake and Lothar were on a train en route to secure platinite for a new radium machine. The Wasp, directing the forces of his radium machine against the train, caused a terrific wreck and certain death to Mandrake.
When I came back, Mandrake was just being put into the ambulance. It drove off before I could get to it.
Did you notice the name of any hospital on it?
No, it drove away too fast.
I'm afraid something serious has happened to Mandrake.
Oh, don't let your imagination run away with your professor.
Will you have a drink of water, Lothar?
I'll get it for him, Dad.
You know, Mandrake might be in some danger.
Well, it's quite possible. Still, it isn't as though he were taken away in an ordinary car.
I didn't want to upset Dad any further, but I am worried about Mandrake. Don't you think we ought to check up on the hospitals?
That's just what we were talking about. It shouldn't be hard to locate a patient of Mandrake's importance. I'll go at once.
I can cover some of the hospitals.
I'll go with you.
Fine. I have to stop over at my office for a moment, but I'll be back and pick you up.
I'll be ready and waiting.
Good.
Mandrake.
Boy, this'll make the Wasp happy. Platinite. And the formula for fusing it with steel.
Hey, what about Mandrake?
The Wasp will attend to him.
Look, he's still out.
Slip those leg irons on him.
Well, ain't the rope enough to hold him?
No.
All right.
Boys just came in of that Webster fellow. Where'll I put him?
Room number 7.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Any luck?
None. Not a trace of Mandrake.
Well, that completes my list.
Well, we have 2 more. The Riverton Sanitarium and the Green Valley Rest Home. We're on our way to Riverton now.
Well, suppose I take the Green Valley place and meet you out there.
Oh, fine.
Splendid. Bye.
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 What happened? Where am I?
You'll find out soon enough.
Something you wanted?
Why, yes. I'm looking for a patient named Mandrake.
Oh, friend of his, eh?
Yes.
Now, just...
Say, shut up. Make yourself at home.
There's Andre's car.
He'll probably be out in a minute. I think I'll take a look around the grounds for a minute. You excuse me?
Let him go. He won't get very far.
Hey, it's getting cold in here. Can I have a blanket?
I guess so.
Take her inside.
Slip this mask over Mandrake's head so he doesn't see too much. Get him to the conference room. He's gonna meet the Wasp.
The Wasp?
Yes. The door will be locked. Send him in through the hall panel.
Now that it is useless to defy me. All your cleverness has brought you to this. You are beyond help. Remove the hood. What does this mean?
Mandrake got loose. He took me by surprise.
Then Mandrake is loose in this building.
He can't get away. He hasn't a chance. Mandrake is loose. Search the place and get him. Our photoelectric table will show Mandrake's every move in the building. Drive Mandrake toward the east wing.
All right?
Yes, darling, come on, let's go.
The Wasp attempts to destroy Dr. Andre by an explosion. Mandrake is caught in a trap and forced to fight for his life. The Wasp gathers all his enemies in one room and demolishes the building. Will they escape? Mandrake the magician and his friend, Professor Houston, have built a radium energy machine to aid and benefit humanity. The Wasp, a mysterious, unknown criminal, seized the machine to divert its tremendous power to destructive purposes against the nation. Mandrake, captured by henchmen of the Wasp, was taken to a sanitarium used as their headquarters. Houston's daughter Betty was also imprisoned there. Mandrake and Betty tried to escape from the criminal hideout. The Wasp succeeded in trapping them in the east wing of the building and destroyed it in a terrific explosion.
I guess we've seen the last of Mandrake.
This building has served its purpose. We must abandon it. Take the flat knife radium machine and get the men away at once.
Get to the garage!
Where's Mr. Raymond?
Raymond?
Mandrake, Betty, you're safe.
Yes.
I went into a cottage over there and somebody jumped me and knocked me out.
Mandrake!
Oh, here's Webster.
I was afraid you were done for when I heard that explosion. How'd you happen to find this place?
Well, they came here looking for me. But tell me, how did you get here?
I was waylaid and captured after I left you at the railway station.
Oh, they brought you here?
It was while I was a prisoner in one of those rooms that I learned you were in the hands of the Wasp, too. I managed to get free. I tried to get help to rescue you when I heard the explosion, and I came right back. Hey, isn't that Andre's car there?
Yes. So he must be here someplace, too.
I think we better look for him. He may have been hurt. Webster, you circle around the end of the building. We'll look in here. But you better stay out.
Here he is.
I'll get him.
Well, I thought it was a funny-looking sanitarium, but I didn't realize how much I'd been fooled until some man shoved me in a little room and locked the door.
Seems that we all had a rather narrow escape. Betty, what's the matter? Are you ill?
No, I'm all right. All this excitement.
Raymond, will you and Andre take her to the car and wait?
Right.
Webster, come with me. I want to do a little checking. I saw a gang of men go through that vault. It must be a secret passage.
This is how they came and went. Well, this road leads off the main highway. No one would ever connect it with the rest home.
How'd they get over there?
I don't know. Get in and let's drive over.
Andre, we've stumbled onto something.
Really?
Yes, this is a secret entrance to the rest home. They can cut off the highway back there and come in through here. Well, so much for that. You two go on ahead. We'll pick up the other car.
Any news of Mandrake?
He's all right. He'll be here in a minute. Why, Dad, where have you been? You're simply covered with dust. And look at this tear on your sleeve.
Why, out tramping around. I caught my coat on a bush. What happened to Mandrake? Where was he?
At a place called the Green Valley Rest Home.
Mandrake's driving up now.
It's good to see you again, Mandrake.
Thanks.
Betty tells me you had a close brush with the Wasp.
Yes. There's one thing that I think we're all agreed on, and that is that the Wasp, whoever he is, has a scientific mind and great technical knowledge.
I always thought of him as a skilled engineer.
Look here, if that's another thrust at me, you can
Oh,
stop.
steady, gentlemen. We want clues, not arguments.
I have a clue.
What?
In the garage at the rest home, evidently used by men working for the Wasp, I found this. A bill from a car rental agency.
Well, that is strange.
I have a little plan in mind. I'd like to have all of you here at 8 o'clock tonight. In the meantime, I'm going to check on the car rental agency. I'll see you all at 8.
Right.
Yes.
8 o'clock.
Yes, indeed.
The little fellow on the other side looks like our man. He's the one, all right. He's the chief lieutenant of the Wasp. Follow his car.
Hello, Dirk.
Hiya, Dirk.
Come on, gather around.
Hiya, fella. Sit down. Have a little drink. It's Mandrake. Keep him busy while I get in touch with the Wasp.
Where's your passenger?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we've lost him, Lothar. We might as well go on home.
I told you never to come here except in case of an emergency.
But this is an emergency. Mandrake was trailing me.
Because of your stupidity and leaving rent car bills around. Did Mandrake see you come in here?
No, I left him trailing an empty taxi.
Dirk, mistakes are fatal.
But it will never happen again, sir.
Is Dorgan still working on the platinite steel frame?
Yes, sir.
Bring the machine to me as soon as it's ready.
So this is the new invention?
Yes. It's related to my radium machine. You know, I've been worried about the Wasp having the other one.
So have I. You know, he can still destroy it.
Not when I perfect this. It's a nullifying device, attuned to my radium machine, able to locate its ray wherever it is.
Do you mean to say that you can actually locate the ray of the machine the Wasp has with this nullifier, just the way you tune into a radio station?
Exactly. Not only locate its ray, but make it negative, powerless to harm or destroy anything.
Well, that's great. I'm counting on you to demonstrate it tonight, you know.
Oh, that's too soon. It's only a working model.
Well, for the purposes of my plans, couldn't we pretend that this is the actual nullifier?
Well, yes.
Good. We'll all gather here tonight at 8. Among us, we may have the Wasp.
You suspect that one of our circle is the Wasp?
I'm beginning to.
Dogan says it's absolutely perfect now.
Perfect. And now my plans will be perfect. Now there is no limit to my
What about Professor Houston's new machine? He must have it almost ready by now.
After tonight, we won't worry about him, nor Mandrake, nor any of them. Not after 8 o'clock tonight. And I shall be there among them.
But how can the machine work from here without you? And how can you escape while the others...
Because I am the Wasp. You've been a great help to me, Dirk. That is, up to now.
What do you mean?
You know more about the Wasp than any living man. And that is fatal.
You know I've been loyal to you in every way, sir.
That's true. I'll show you something I've been keeping from you.
You have some special reason for inviting us here tonight, Mandrake?
Yes, Professor Houston is going to demonstrate his latest invention.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, it's a new and wonderful device. It will render the machine the Wasp has absolutely useless. I'll go and see if the professor is ready.
Nervous, Webster? No, not at all.
I guess we're all a bit on edge.
Have you moved everything to the servants' quarters as I suggested?
Yes.
Good. I'll help you here. This is the professor's new machine. It will find the ray of the machine the Wasp has and render its power absolutely negative. Now, that means that the Wasp will be able to do no more harm to anyone with the radium energy machine.
That's amazing.
But how are you going to know just when the Wasp turns his machine on?
This nullifier stays fixed to the wavelength of his machine.
Now, when I attach this, everything will be ready. Where did it go?
Dad, the lights have gone out upstairs.
Get out, everybody! The Wasp has his machine trained on the house!
Mandrake, following a lead to the Wasp, is caught in a death trap in a room filled with deadly gas. Racing for his life, Mandrake in his car is hurtled to certain death. Mandrake and the Wasp engage in a terrific fight. Who is the victor? Who is the Wasp? Mandrake the magician and his friend, Professor Houston, have perfected a radium energy machine to benefit mankind. The Wasp, a mysterious, unknown criminal, has stolen the machine to use for destruction and terrorization in gaining control of the country's communication systems.
How are you going to know just when the Wasp turns his machine on?
This nullifier stays fixed to the wavelength of his machine.
Now, when I attach this, everything will be ready. Where did it go?
Dad, the lights are going out upstairs.
Get out, everybody! The Wasp has his machine trained on the house!
Realizing that Mandrake, through his process of elimination, was getting close to his trail, the Wasp planned to destroy Mandrake's home when all of the suspects were there. Suddenly, the lights went out, and the entire building crashed in collapse.
Betty! Betty, where are you? Where are you, Betty? All right. Tommy.
Raymond, are you all right?
Sure.
Where's Professor Houston?
Eddie! Tommy!
Dad! Dad! Are you all right?
Yeah, sure.
Is he okay, Dad?
We're all here but Andre. Has anyone seen him?
He was near the hall door when the crash came.
Well, let's go look for him.
Right.
Lothar, take Miss Betty and Professor Houston into the servants' quarters and make them comfortable. Here he is, boys. Lend me a hand.
He's unconscious.
Be careful moving these beams.
Betty, drink this.
Oh, thank you.
They found him. He's alive.
Take him to the Fairfax Hospital. I'll follow later.
Well, if there isn't anything more I can do, I think I'll go home and take a rest.
Go ahead.
Now, if you need me,
Nah, thanks.
see you later.
Mandrake, what do you think about the possibility of the Wasp being one of our group?
I'm beginning to think you're right. He could be.
But how could he have turned the machine against the house if he was here with us?
When I find the answer to that, I'll know who the Wasp is. You take Betty and Tommy and all your equipment and return to your house. I have some work to do. Lothar will be with me. Lothar, we're going to search every foot of the ruins. I'm looking for the trail of the Wasp.
Did you know that Webster took Andre with him?
Yes, I sent him. Come on.
Where am I?
On your way to the hospital.
Hospital? What happened? Yes. Was anyone else hurt?
No, they're all safe. You were the only one injured. How do you feel now?
I'm all right. Just take me home.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm all right. Sit down. I'll fix a little tonic.
Thanks. Well, Doctor, I suppose I should apologize to you for my suspicions.
You never really thought I was the Wasp, did you?
Well, for a time, I thought you might be working with him.
Here, drink this. It's good for the nerves.
Thanks.
And what made your suspicions vanish?
Mandrake's house would never have been wrecked if the Wasp had been there. You were almost killed.
Maybe the Wasp was clever enough to plan the destruction of everybody in the house while he was there, too.
Oh, no, that's impossible. I'm not even sure he's clever. It's my belief that he's mad.
Mad? Why, he's outwitted Mandrake and all the rest of them. Is that being mad?
Yes. Well, he may be a genius, but there's no doubt that his brain's warped.
You're wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Well, of course, I'm only theorizing about it. My, it's warm in here, isn't it?
Yes. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Lothar, look. Ever see anything like that before?
It's made of the same kind of material Professor Houston wore and operated his radium machine.
Yes, it's insulation against the machine's rays.
But why is it here, Master?
Well, don't you see? The Wasp was in the house. He put this on in the dark, got out safely, and then appeared as one of us again.
You know who he was, Master?
I think I do, but we're going to make sure. We have a lot to do tomorrow morning. Drive me to Preston Street. That's where we lost the trail of the Wasp's lieutenant. Ah, this is the spot where the chief lieutenant of the Wasp disappeared from the taxi. That store. Turn in there. This is the only vacant store in the block. All right, stand back. Flash. Wiring around the frame. Here's a signal button. There must be a passage through here to Whitney Street.
That's where Mr. Raymond's store is.
Yes, and Andre's office and Webster's apartment. You drive around there and watch each of those buildings. Keep your motor running.
But, Master...
Hurry!
Found the Wasp's nest, Mandrake, but it's the end of the trail for you.
thought so.
Mandrake, this is still the end of the trail for you. What you know about the Wasp will never be known by any other living person.
Don't move. I'm curious to know why you thought I was the Wasp. Simple matter of elimination. I checked through the Medical Association directory and found that you had been barred as a doctor. That's true. I was barred from the practice of medicine. It was then that I resolved to have more power than any other doctor, than any living man. And now I've got it. But go on. Last night, when Houston was demonstrating the nullifier to combat the radium machine, it was you who kicked the nullifier wheel out of sight. What makes you so sure? You wore evening clothes and patent leather shoes. I saw one of those shoes kick the wheel. You're observant. Too much so. Also, you were the only one who carried an overcoat. Under that coat, you had a robe of insulated material. You slipped that on in the darkness, got out safely, and then lay down under some beams and pretended to be unconscious. Perfect. Except for one point. I took something to make myself unconscious for a while. You've been very clever, Andre, but your ambition for power has warped your brain. That's your point of view. But you'll never live to tell it to any other living person. I know.
Follow that car. Where's the driver of this car?
Master, look!
That's the man. Come on, after him.
understand, Professor, that you've perfected a nullifier that will act against your radium machine?
That's true. I've made it impossible for the machine ever to be a danger in the wrong hands.
That's splendid.
Gee, that's a swell medal, Dad.
I hope none of us will ever forget the part Mandrake played in giving this machine to humanity.
Oh, by the way, where is Mandrake?
Oh, he's too busy to talk to anyone, except Betty. Oh, come on, I'll show you.
I think we're being watched.
I think you're right. We'll fix that.